Thank you, Mike McCartney. And thank all of you for being here today. Thank you for arriving early on this beautiful sunny day as we celebrate Mike Moustakas officially retiring as a Kansas City Royal. And before we get started, I want to introduce some special guests. Moose's wife, Stephanie. And their 4 kids, Mila, Mick, Goldie, and Monroe. And next to them are 2 empty chairs in honor of the 2 people who will always be a big part of shaping Moose into the player he was, his late parents, Connie and Mike Sr. Also with us today, Mike's sister Kim, her husband Corey, and their daughter Shay. Mike's sister Alexis and her partner Dallas. And Stephanie's family, Nancy, David, Derek, Eddie, Joaquin, and Cruz. Royals Executive Vice President and General Manager J.J. Piccolo. Royals Senior Vice President and Assistant General Manager Scott Sharp. And during Moose's career, General Manager Dayton Moore. His manager, Royals Hall of Famer Ned Yost. And number 5, Hall of Famer George Brett. Teammates here today, Eric Hosmer. Soon to be Royals Hall of Famer Alex Gordon. And welcome back to Kansas City, world champion Jason Vargas. Mike Moustakas was born to play baseball. He was the 2nd overall pick in the 2007 draft, and in 4 years, went from a high school player to making his major league debut in 2011. That same year, other homegrown players like Eric Hosmer, Salvador Perez, Johnny Giavotella, and Danny Duffy all made their major league debuts. Young players acquired by trades like Alcides Escobar, Lorenzo Cain, and Tim Collins. They played their first games with the Royals in 2011. Greg Holland played his first full major league season in 2011. All of those players, along with a few other established homegrown players, put their collective shovels in the ground to begin building what would eventually be a 2-time American League pennant-winning team and a world championship team. Each player contributed their own set of baseball skills, and each player contributed their own personality to those teams. For Mike Moustakas, it was apparent right away that his contribution was intensity, intense intensity. At a time when being even-keeled and not getting too high or getting too low was preached to all the young players making their ways to the big leagues, Moose was none of that. He was all emotion with the highest of highs and the lowest of lows. Moose always held himself to a very high standard, and when he didn't get the job done, we all knew how mad he was, and it was glorious. The bar had been set low for a long time before 2011, and when Moose arrived, he threw his helmet at that low bar and smashed it with his bat. Mike Moustakas arrived just when the Royals needed him. From that 2011 season, Mike's line to the first World Series was not a straight one. After a slow start in 2014, Moose was sent to AAA for 10 days. He handled it like a pro, and by the time the season had come to an end, he hit a team record 5 postseason home runs and made one of the most iconic plays in team history, diving into that dugout suite in the ALCS against the Orioles. His contribution to this team and his connection to you, the fans, with your trademark Moose calls will never be forgotten. And today, May 31st, 2025, Mike Moustakas officially retires as a Kansas City Royal. So with all of that, let's turn our attention to Crown Vision as we take a look back at Moose's career as a Royal.
With a second selection in the first round, the Kansas City Royals select Michael Moustakas.
A broken bat, first major league hit for Mike Moustakas. Grand slam, Mike Moustakas.
The Moose who's loose.
Diving backhanded grab. Moustakas up throwing. He got him. Oh, what a play.
Diving play, Moustakas.
Behind the back tag by Moustakas.
Into foul territory. Moustakas. Did he make that catch? He did.
Diving play at third, Moustakas to his feet and throws him out.
Moustakas. Royals win the pennant. That's into right center, and this game is tied. The Royals, 2015 World Champions.
Mike Moustakas makes it official, a new Royals record.
Elton, deep right field. Gone. Moustakas has won it.
Ladies and gentlemen, number 8, third baseman Mike Moustakas. Well, I know nobody gets tired of this, but let's revisit one of the most iconic plays in Royals history was made by Moose in Game 3 of the 2014 American League Championship game. And I'd like to ask Alex Gordon to come up here as we take a look back at that play in that dugout suite right there.
Into foul territory. Moustakas. Did he make that catch? He did.
Oh, yeah. Well, Moose, we wanted to commemorate this play where you sacrificed yourself to fall over the dugout railing with a number 8 made from the railing and the netting of the third base dugout suite. And now, you will forever own that railing that represents your all-out approach and how you played the game. And now I'd like to ask Jason Vargas to unveil our next gift. And to go along with that number 8, we have commissioned a painting of that catch that also includes some of the actual vinyl padding and netting from the dugout suite. And Moose, now that your career is officially over, on behalf of the Royals organization and everybody here today showing up early to honor you, thank you for coming back and retiring as a Royal. Woo!
I got this. Kansas City! Man, it feels so good to be back home, finally. Being here again on this field brings back so many memories. Whether it was getting clutch hits or making diving catches. Hi, girl. You guys are always there for me, and I can still hear it. Now batting, playing third base, number 8, Mike Moustakas. Still gives me the chills every time, because I knew every single person in this stadium was there with me in that moment. There were days where I wasn't sure what to do at the plate and wasn't feeling good walking up to the box. I need those. But I knew the Royals faithful had me. Before I go any further, I want to say thank you to all of you for being the best fans in all of baseball. Thank you to JJ, Sharpie, Emily, and the rest of the Royals front office for making this day possible. I will forever be grateful that this organization drafted me and the relationships that I've had and continue to grow. Thank you to John Sherman and the Sherman Group, again, for allowing this day to happen, and to Mr. Glass for being a great owner and bringing back a championship to this city. To the clubhouse staff and media, thank you for helping me out, especially when I was young and I had no clue what I was doing. To all my youth coaches, thank you for teaching me the fundamentals and how to be a great teammate. To all my professional coaches, thank you for teaching me how to be a professional and how to show up every day ready to compete and win a ball game. To George Brett, thank you for being a mentor to me and setting the standard so high that any third baseman in a Royals uniform knows how big of shoes they got to fill. Thank you, George. To Ned Yost, thank you for believing in me when not too many people did. I couldn't have asked for a better leader to follow into battle, and I love you, Skip. Dayton, in 2007, he took a chance on drafting a kid from Chatsworth High School. From that day on, I knew it was my responsibility to give everything I had to repay you with a World Series. My parents trusted you to be in charge of me while I was away, and you delivered. You surrounded me with exceptional coaches and players. You helped me grow into a man my parents could be proud of. I know they've told you this, but since they're no longer with us, I will say it for them. From Connie and Mike, thank you for taking care of my son. We all love you, Dayton. To my teammates, thank you for always holding me accountable and always being there. You guys are my brothers. I'd do anything for you, and I know you do the same for me. To my family and friends, those here today and those who couldn't make it, you supported me from the beginning and continue to support me long after I stopped playing. I wouldn't be standing up here without all of you guys. Nancy and Dave, thank you for 18 years of love and support. I'm truly grateful for you both. To my sisters, Tina, Alexis, Kim, thank you for cheering for me from T-ball to my last game in the big leagues. I love you, and I couldn't be a more proud brother. My mom and dad, from T-ball to the big leagues, you were always there for me. Mom in the front row with a Pepsi, seeds, and a scorebook. My dad in left field, trying to avoid all the screaming parents. I love you guys, and I miss you so much. I still try every day to make you as proud as I can. Mila, Mick, Marigold, and Monroe. You are the four most amazing children a dad could ask for. As much as I love playing baseball, I love being your father even more. I'm excited to be at all your games, recitals, and anything else life brings. I promise to help you achieve your dreams, just like my parents helped me achieve mine. I love you guys more than words could ever express. My beautiful wife, Stephanie. Nothing I've accomplished would have been possible without you. You've made everything look easy, even when I know it wasn't. You've been my coach, my therapist, my home. Through all the ups and downs, you were my constant. When we won the World Series, celebrating with you on that field was one of the proudest moments of my life. From my debut in Anaheim to my final game, you've been there. I'm so lucky to have you in our babies, and I love you more than anything. All right. Almost done. From the age of 3, all I ever wanted to do was play baseball. I'd walk around with a glove and a ball, bouncing it off of every wall and ceiling in sight. It was my world, it was my dream. And because of you, every coach, teammate, fan, family member, I got to live out my dream. The Kansas City Royals is not just an organization to me. This is my family. Everyone that has worn this uniform before me, those who wore it after me, and the ones who will wear it in the future. From the grounds crew, to the concession workers, to the park attendants are my family. I've always and have always been forever Royal. That's why today, I am proud and honored to officially retire from Major League Baseball as a member of the Kansas City Royals. Thank you.
The Moustakas family. The first hug coming from the player he was closest with, Eric Hosmer, and now he will make his way down the line. And you see his manager, Ned Yost, the Hall of Famer, George Brett. Nobody will ever replace George, but third base was in about as good a hands as it could have been and has been since George Brett's retirement. We didn't hear about the intensity. We heard about it a little bit in the description from Ryan at the beginning. But you needed something done in the clubhouse. Mike Moustakas was the guy that was going to get in someone's face with tough love and make sure it happened. He had that speech in the dugout in Houston that rallied the troops.
Well, it's really a lot like he talked about George Brett, how much he was a mentor to him. That's exactly the way George played. And ironic, they both played third base, and just true icons and legends in this Royals community. And I'm really happy for Moose to be able to celebrate and do this ceremonial retirement today, and he did a tremendous job on his speech. So happy for Moose and his family. I don't think he could be more proud.
He sounded like a general manager, a CEO of a company. He looks like one, by the way, too, and they're all different. You could hear the voice choke up a little bit when he was thanking his wife and talking about his kids. And what a family, man. Not a surprise to me at all, but to see these kids now starting to grow up just a little bit, and they are perfectly dressed for the occasion, and now we're going to get to see all of the mooses out there for this first pitch.
Well, happy to see Haas on the behind the dish catching one of these pitches, because you really could never hear the name Moustakas without hearing Hosmer along with it. So outstanding day for these guys.
Oh yeah, right to his dad. So we see maybe a future big league star and maybe a couple of future stars. Yes, the Moose kids, the two oldest, can get it done. They're going to go hug family. How about a big hug for Uncle Haas there?
Oh, that's outstanding. This is such a memorable day for everyone involved here.
This is as special as it gets. Congratulations, Mike Moustakas, one of the greatest Royals in franchise history.